Hello, everyone, and good evening, and welcome to the Wrestling Experience. My name is Earl Cole, ladies and gentlemen, and tonight, you landed on the mothership. You landed on the mothership again, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wrestling Experience. It's Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen, and that only could be one thing. That could only be one thing, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the ride. And the ride is here on the Wrestling Experience. Tonight we're going to discuss AEW Dynamite. We got Dynamite to discuss, ladies and gentlemen. And, ladies and gentlemen, and we got some wrestling news to get to. So we got all of that in the cook pot, ladies and gentlemen. And we got some big business, no pun intended, things to take care of here tonight on the Wrestling Experience. It's Thursday, and you've landed on this mothership again. It's Planet Experience, and it starts right now.
Now with the hottest show in the universe, the Wrestling Experience, with your host, Earl Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, the Wrestling Experience. Now with your host, Earl Cole.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hardcore Sports Network and all networks in between. And tonight we're going to present to you the Wrestling Experience. But I'm not here alone, like so. Hi, no. My co-pilot is here, and she's here with me every Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. We greet the guests, ladies and gentlemen, but me and Sarah tonight, we don't. We're gonna be doing this together, ladies and gentlemen. This Wrestling Experience. And ladies and gentlemen, she is passionate. She's loyal. She's great. She's got a friend named Dusty who's a bestie. And she'll make you stop, tap, or nap if you don't have the correct change if you follow her on Twitter. Yes, she will. Ladies and gentlemen. She's piquante spicy. Ladies and gentlemen. And I love her to pieces, ladies and gentlemen. She's funny and she's entertaining as all get out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one and the only toilet out of the story.
Hey Earl, how are you?
I'm doing well, Sarah. How are you tonight?
I'm good. Tired. Glad the week's almost done.
That's Yeah, I know. This has been a long, arduous week, but ladies and gentlemen, we're getting the homework done. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting the homework done. Ladies and gentlemen, last week, ladies and gentlemen, if you all didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, Dynamite Sports, how are you tonight? Such a loyal soldier. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, if you all didn't know last week, ladies and gentlemen, we did 9 streams last week, ladies and gentlemen. 9 streams, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine that, ladies and gentlemen? So much content that we put out, ladies and gentlemen. But we did our homework, and we did it well, ladies and gentlemen. And we have to thank this lovely lady right here, ladies and gentlemen. She just gives us time out of her energy and her slice of time, ladies and gentlemen. All of us here at the Heartless are so indebted to Sarah. She really is a soldier, ladies and gentlemen. She goes to the trenches, ladies and gentlemen. She does her thing. And I absolutely have to respect her. And that's why she's a Hall of Famer, ladies and gentlemen. That is why she is a Hall of Famer, ladies and gentlemen. So, Sarah, tonight we're going to be discussing AEW Dynamite. And, ladies and gentlemen, for weeks and months and months and months, I've been saying this. There's a certain boss lady that was supposed to appear last night. And well, ladies and gentlemen, the boss lady came through, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Khan. Tony Khan last night, ladies and gentlemen, the media scrub, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, what a night it was in Boston, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Khan was happy about everything that happened last night. And so did we, ladies and gentlemen. I was talking behind the scenes like the Orange Cassidy's bestie. Mitch Kosky. And ladies and gentlemen, the Mitch is back. Ladies and gentlemen, Mitch is back. Ladies and gentlemen, and he'll be back tomorrow night with me, and we're going to be doing the SmackDown place. But I spoke to Mitch this morning, ladies and gentlemen, and he told me, he said, "Oh, what did you think of Mercedes Monet's promo?" Well, I said to Mitch, I said, "Well, Mitch, at first I thought it was going to be a swerve. I thought at first he was going to just pull the wool on the, but no, Tony Khan, no, no, ladies and gentlemen, no, he delivered the goods. It's coming to India, and did he deliver the goods indeed? So then we talking about that, ladies and gentlemen, and so much more tonight. And I have a wrestling story to get to, and we got to talk about that. And I'm going to ask Sarah on her opinion on it. But let me start off by saying that last night AEW Dynamite took place in Boston, Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Boston is just it has a warm cockle of specialty in my heart, ladies and gentlemen. I've been to Boston many times over for wrestling, and I'll tell you something. Those people in Boston, they absolutely love their history, just like Philadelphia. Boston is something that you need to take on your bucket list and visit if you really want to have history. If you like history, ladies and gentlemen, go visit Boston. But last night, ladies and gentlemen, the crowd in the TD Garden was really red hot for Mercedes Moné when she walked out on the stage. And we're going to talk about that first. So, Sarah, let me ask you a question. Before we talk about the Mercedes Moné promo, what did you make? What did you make of the Dynamite as a whole last night?
I thought it was fantastic from start to finish. It really didn't feel like a dull moment in there. Really fast paced. And I didn't even realize we were in the uh, the main event match until you had mentioned it. I was like, oh my god, we're there already, and it didn't even occur to me that it was Willow and Riho. That we were already there. It flew by so quickly. So I thought it was great. I thought it's second week in a row. I know I'm being cautiously optimistic. But the second week in a row where Tony Khan, start to finish, the show was great.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with the assessment because I'm going to tell you this, was last night the matches were just rapid fire in rapid fashion. And like Sarah said brilliantly, when I said it was the Dynamite main event, I looked over at the time and I said, "Oh my gosh, we spring ahead, and now the time is going quickly, and now the show's over." That was it. That was it, ladies and gentlemen. That was it for us last night. Um, when I look back at the show, ladies and gentlemen, and all the things that we did last night, and our reaction to Mercedes Moné, um, Mitch said that he was going to clip that reaction that we did to Mercedes when she came on stage, and he was going to do a short out of it. And I told Mitch, I said, we were going apoplectic. We went apoplectic when she came out on stage. Because first we saw the CEO on the video wall, and I said to myself, I said, now. Uh-oh. I said, Tony Khan's going to come out and he's going to do a swerve. I said, now he's going to come on stage. He's going to get the boo crap out of him. And the audience is just going to sour on him. And I said, why did you come out of Gorilla? Why did you come out of Gorilla and then come on stage? That's a wrong decision. But Lord, ladies and gentlemen, boy, did he make me eat crow. Oh, boy, did he make me eat the big crow, ladies and gentlemen. When she came out, ladies and gentlemen, the place just, like Gorilla Monsoon would say, this place was bananas. And the place
Oh my god,
went
the crowd just flew off the handle. Like they were so loud. It's great.
they they were off the meter. I don't know which
Oh
crowd
yeah.
was loudest. I don't know which crowd was loudest last night. The one for Mercedes Bonet or the one for Sting. I don't know. I'm kind of like in the middle here.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like
that's
in the middle
crazy.
here.
Do you
Yeah.
know how many people were there last night?
Officially they said it was 17,645. Like,
Well,
but
it was about the same that they had at Sting, for Revolution. So I would think it would make sense that they sound pretty similar in volume level
No, well,
when
yeah,
they're
I would say so too because Revolution drew 16, almost 17,000 plus places of it, and like Terry said on the Queens of the Ring Place on I saw a video somebody did on YouTube. They said that crowd was so large it wrapped all the way around the complex, and the complex Coliseum in Greensboro was humongous. Even they were in the parking lot. These people could not wait for those doors to open. They just could not wait for those doors to open and give us the signal to come on in. They could not wait. Like I said, like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, if you build it, they will come, ladies and gentlemen. And boy, did they came in spades, ladies and gentlemen. But let me ask you something, gentlemen. What did you make of Mercedes Monet's promo?
I thought it was a good promo. I mean, pretty. I thought it was, pretty standard. She's welcome, welcoming everybody, introducing herself to this different audience, because there might not necessarily be people who saw her in WWE or saw her when she did the little bit that she did over in Japan. That these people are seeing her for the first time. So um, yeah, I thought it was a pretty good promo. I'm surprised that they started with her. I thought they would have did something similar like they did with Okada, where they made her a part of, like, built her into a storyline right away. But I think it went great.
I think it went great too, Sarah. I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree. I think that the backstory she gave, and she's been on for TV now for 2 years. And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you fans, not all of you, but some of you fans, when she walked out on WWE, you all called her unprofessional. You called her this. You called her all kind of names. Look, you have to understand something at that time. I mean, Vince McMahon was in charge, and she could not take it anymore. Her and Naomi, they could not take it anymore. The booking was absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy, and I don't blame her one bit. I don't blame her one bit for walking out on the WWE. I would have done the same thing under the same circumstance because I am not going to get devalued by
No.
somebody. No, I am not going to sit there and get devalued and get looked over because you got your kicks or you want to get your kicks or something, whatever's going on with you. She did the right thing. She did the exact right thing, and I think everybody should learn to do that. If you feel that you cannot get through people, and like she said, it was toxic, it was exhausting, and she was mentally drained because she was
People leave toxic work environments all the time. What makes this any different?
exactly. And the thing is that she was mentally destroyed. They destroyed her. They destroyed her mentally because every time she came up to management and she said, "I don't like this booking. I don't." Everything was, "You're going to do it my way. You're going to do it my way." How many times can you hear that every day? How many times can you hear this every day? You're going to do things my way. No, you can't do that to somebody. You can't just overgloss their feelings and their thoughts. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's unacceptable. You can't do that. And she had every right to walk out. So fast forward to last night, Thanksgiving, she came on the stage and she talked about her beginnings, her humble beginnings, and how she's here to stay in AEW. But this wasn't the last time we saw Mercedes Moné. Oh no, 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 my dear, no, no. She would appear again, ladies and gentlemen, and appear she did. So let's talk about this first match, Sarah. It was Jay White taking on Darby Allin. The match was fine. The match was all right. Darby Allin unfortunately had no more gas for Mr. White. The he just he defeated Darby Allin. Jay White did, and what happened afterwards was a dissolvement of the Bang Bang Scissor Gang. That's over with, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm gonna go to Sarah first. Sarah, what did you make of the match?
I think it started off pretty one sided, where Jay White was definitely the aggressor.
Right,
He was targeting Darby Allin's. He was targeting his back, where the stitches are from his going through that plate glass at Revolution. So he was really targeting his back. So it was pretty one sided for a little bit. And then Darby kind of got some momentum behind him and mounted a comeback, but it just it wasn't enough in the end for Jay White, which we all knew it. This was the catalyst for him to be taken off of television, for him to go climb Mount Everest at the end of the month.
right.
But I've been saying for a little bit that the main problem I had with that Bang Bang Scissor Gang was the whole reason why they joined forces was to go after the Undisputed Kingdom for what they did to Jay White, what they did to all three members of the Acclaim. So they joined forces to go after them. They didn't do, and they didn't do that. Like, what was the what was the point in
Well,
having them join forces if you're
right.
not going to do what you set out to do? So I feel like it was a matter of time um, before they kind of parted ways. So I think what's going to happen is, now with the, like you say, the dissolvement of this group, I think it's leading us to have a trios title unification match probably at Dynasty.
Yeah,
I hope that's what it is.
right. I hope that we can get to that point in the road. But you are right, Sarah. And I'm not going to argue with your thought process here. You have to understand something here. I don't know why Tony Khan put these factions together if you were not going to do the end game. And the end game was is you were supposed to be feuding with the Undisputed Kingdom, but that did not resolve into anything. That did not get anywhere. So how are we supposed to get involved in this faction if you were not going to do? So Tony Khan made a mistake and he made an oops, and he had to correct the oops, and he corrected it last night by dissolving the members of that faction. But like Sarah said, the match was one sided at first. Darby Allin was just being destroyed in the match. He was being destroyed. Jay White knew he was not healed up. Jay White knew that Darby Allin was not 100% in this match. He just wasn't. He wasn't into it. You could tell there was hardly any offense from Darby at all in the match. And you could tell he was exhausted. You could tell he was beaten down. And you could tell his gas tank was running on E, ladies and gentlemen, at that point. So he did what he could to go after Jay White, but in the end, ladies and gentlemen, there was no more gasoline to fill up the gas tank, and Jay White went over in the match, ladies and gentlemen. I know some of you were probably shocked about that, but like Sarah said, he has to be written off of TV. His ankle was hurt in the end of the match.
Oh, I
After the
forgot
match,
about that.
yeah, they Jay White and Austin Dunn attacked the leg of Darby Allin, and that's going to do it for him for the foreseeable future until he comes back from the Mount Everest. But then the Acclaim came out and they were manhandled, which they're saying now, ladies and gentlemen. There is a rumor that Juice Robinson is almost getting cleared to compete in AEW, which means he may come back sooner rather than later to join that faction. And Once that happens, ladies and gentlemen, the Acclaim is going to be in deep trouble. Because once he comes back, ladies and gentlemen, that means that this faction is going to be stronger than ever when he comes back. And as you all don't know why Juice Robinson is out at this time, he was attacked by MJF in the backstage area to the point where he had to have surgery on his back. And he's been out ever since. But again, like I said before, I'll say it again. Um, this could culminate if he does come back. This could culminate into something really interesting. And like Sarah said, maybe at Dynasty, maybe we're gonna get that unification match. But that's up to Tony Khan to push that to pull that trigger. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we had Hook and Chris Jericho taking on the Gates of Agony. The match was fine. The match was all right. Oh, before we talk about that, so let me just dial this back for a second. The Mercedes Moné promo on an entertainment level. So, what do you give this match? I mean, this promo.
Um, I guess I don't know, a 7. I mean, it wasn't like entertaining necessarily. It was,
No, no, it wasn't.
it was a good introduction to her. So I give it a
Right.
7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the same route. I'm gonna give this a 7. And the Darby Allen match. So, what number do you give it?
I'd give that one. I'd give it an 8. I mean, there was it was a pretty good. Darby got his clock rocked pretty good throughout that match. But so yeah, I give that one an 8. I thought it was a pretty good match.
I'm going to give this match a 7.5. So I give the match a 7.5. It was good for what it was, ladies and gentlemen. Darby Allen was whipped from pillar to post, ladies and gentlemen, and exposed. And exposed he was, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's talk about Hook and Chris Jericho. Now, this doesn't make any sense. Here's something that doesn't make any sense. Here's something that doesn't make any sense. Why is it, listen to me carefully, why is it that Chris Jericho and Hook were in a tag team and they were in a match against the Gates of Agony, but then next week on Dynamite they're going after each other? Does that make sense?
Illogical booking. Courtesy of Tony
Uh,
Khan.
I'm kind of scratching my head like this.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know.
um,
I can't explain
okay.
it either.
Um, hmm. Okay, well, all right, Tony Khan, if that's the way you want it. But Chris Jericho and Hook defeated the. What did you think of the match, Sarah? What did you make of it?
I mean, I thought it was all right. I like the fact that they're really getting behind Hook, which is good. Building him up, getting him in the more exposure, more experience in the ring. I mean, in the Gates of Agony, man, those guys are they're crazy. Just very powerful guys. So I thought it was, and of course, you got Chris Jericho, who's been doing this for a very long time. But it would be nice to see Chris Jericho do something other than just bebop around from wrestler to wrestler, forming random tag teams. It's getting a bit exhausting. So either do something or don't do something, but just, quit bebopping around.
Right, right,
That's my only
yeah,
really gripe with it.
right. Like I said, the match was fine. The
Yeah.
match was okay. But again, like I said before, I say it again. Why don't you put them in a tag team if you know that they become versus each other next week?
I don't know.
Hmm. Inquiring minds, inquiring minds want to know.
This is why he needs additional writing staff and people to help him behind the scenes because that just seems like an illogical move.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, I don't mean to be, I don't mean to like stomp all over this, but I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's kind
It's
of
just
weird.
like, yeah, it's just like if you and I were in a tag team, and then all of a sudden, oh, you're gonna take on Sarah next week. Why?
Yeah, why? We're a tag team.
Why am I?
And we just won.
Huh?
We just won as a
Right.
why
I
would
was
you?
like, we're a winning formula. Why would we take on each other?
Like I could see
Uh
if like Chris Jericho is going back to being heel and maybe he felt that like Hook cost them the match, but that is not the case at all.
no,
They won.
no.
So it's
Right,
like
it's exactly.
I don't
So,
know. Very weird.
uh, very strange. Um, Here's something that was strange, ladies and gentlemen. The um. Oh, okay. So, on a table level, what do you give this match?
Um I'd give it a 7. Like I said, it wasn't fantastic. It wasn't absolutely horrible. It was all right. It was all right for what it was.
Yeah, I'm going to agree too. I like when we agree, ladies and gentlemen, because 7 is it, ladies and gentlemen. There's no other higher level than we can give this match, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's strange. I mean, they just won the match, and then on the graphic on the bottom, here comes Tony Schiavone talking about that they're taking on each other next week on Dynamite. I said, say what?
I was like, why is that happening?
I was
I was
like,
questioning it.
I was like, say what, Schiavone? Um, Do me a favor, go in the back and talk to Tony Khan and tell him they just won a tag team match and this doesn't make sense. Please relay that to him behind the scenes.
This is
Please.
why he needs a writing staff.
And this is why, Sarah, this is why he needs a backstage assistant. Because,
Oh
ladies and
God,
gentlemen,
yes.
when you have a backstage assistant, ladies and gentlemen, let me explain to you what the backstage assistant does. The backstage assistant, ladies and gentlemen, is part of the producers. Ladies and gentlemen, the producers come and they ask the assistant, what exactly are we doing tonight? Okay, the assistant, she gets the stuff from the writing staff, she goes and relates it to Tony Khan, and the writing staff, okay, this is the way we're gonna do it. And then Tony Khan will sit there and come up with an idea, and the assistant says, well, no, you can't come up with that idea because they're already marinated as a tag team.
Yep.
We need to figure out something else. So you and the writing team go back into the war room and come up with something else.
That's
That's what
right.
an assistant. That's what an assistant does, ladies and gentlemen. It reminds the entire party involved that is it a go or is it or are we dumping this? What are we doing? So, like someone said, if you don't have that team, you're going to get lost. Because this doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, folks, but this doesn't make any sense. They just won a match together as a tag team, and now you're splitting them up and make them go one on one. How does it make sense? I'm sorry. I don't find the logic in it.
Yeah.
Uh, Here's something that was very strange. The Elite took on Punk, Eddie Kingston, and Penta. The match was fine, but I did not like the ending.
No. No.
No, no, no. Another thing that makes no sense. Why are you pinning the champion in match? I don't like when champions get pinned in a match. It makes the champion look very weak and vulnerable. I don't like it. It doesn't sit right with me when you do that. You could have had Penta eat the pin. You could have had. You could have had. You could have had Pac eat the pin. Why'd you have to give it to Eddie Kingston? Why is he getting spoon fed the pin? Why is he? Why? Um. Okay, Sarah, what did you make of the match itself?
I mean, I thought the match was good. Um, it was nice. There was good back and forth. I thought that each everybody on each side, they got to show their moves, and especially Penta with those that when he does a Canadian destroyer. Oh my god, makes my heart jump into my throat.
Right.
It freaks me out. Um, but yeah, I mean, I thought the match was good. I enjoyed the match. I didn't like the fact that Eddie Kingston got pinned, especially since now he's got a match coming up with Okada next week for the championships. It's like, okay, you're making him look,
Yeah.
like you said, you're making him look super weak.
Yeah, and I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
I hate when they. And I'm so glad you agree with me because there are some people that just, I'll say that, and they'll look at me like I'm a penny wise and pound foolish. And I was like, look here. You have to understand. You can't put the champion that way. You can't
Yeah.
do that. If the champion is in a six-man tag match or even a tag team match, the other person should eat the pin, not the champion. Knock the champion out on the floor so he can't come back in the match. And then you eat the pin.
Yep.
You eat it. Not the champion. You don't pin champions like that. You devalue the champion and you make the champion look weak.
Yep.
And I preach that over and over again. And I'm not saying that because my way is on. No, I'm not saying that. If you don't believe me, okay, fine. But in my heart of hearts, I know that you're not supposed to do that in the law of wrestling. So you can't get mad with me with that. You just can't because you know right from wrong. You know right from wrong, and you know that you can't pin the chip. You're not supposed to. So, um, if- so on entertainment level, what do you give this match?
You're gonna laugh. I'm gonna give it a 7 again. Like I said, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't amazing. I'm giving it a 7.
Oh God, I love Sarah tonight, ladies and gentlemen. She's playing the Siskel and Ewood part very well, ladies and gentlemen. Just straight up and down the board. I love it. But it works. It works, and her logic works. It's not like it's kooky or off color or anything like that. It works. Everything she's saying works, so it fits. So don't come back to me on Twitter and say, "Oh, why did you correct her?" I'm not going to correct nobody. I don't do that. I don't correct anybody.
We're all entitled to our opinions, and
Yeah,
if they're
exactly.
different, that is fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they make. That's what makes the world go around, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. Yeah, I'm gonna give it the same number too. So there, I gave it the same number. Okay.
Seven
So
and seven
there.
averages a 7.
Right. Exactly. I just didn't like the way he was pinned in the match. If it was a different story and Pac at the pin, okay, then we will bump it up in the entertainment level. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, he didn't eat the pin. And neither did Penta. And
Yeah.
so that's the number we have to give it. And I'm sorry if that's not what you're conducive to. Um. All right. Willow Nightingale took on Riho for the number one contendership for the TBS title. The match was fine. The match was all right. Rio is something else. I said this to Sarah last week on the Wrestling Experience. She's like a time and clock that she just takes a licking and keeps on ticking. And she went toe to toe with um, with her, and I'll tell you this much: she is the number one contender for that TBS title. And will we see that? Yes, I believe we're going to see that at Dynasty. I think that's we're going to see that in St. Louis. That TBS championship will be defended against Willow Nightingale. Ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, the match was fine. The match was, well, I want to see this match again. No, no. But it was all right. And let me just say one thing here. Let me just say one thing. If you're not a fan of Willow Nightingale Rio, why are you a wrestling fan? Why do you like wrestling? Why? Why do you like wrestling? Because I'll tell you, I love me some Willow Nightingale. She comes out there and she wants to have fun. And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with having fun? I don't see
Not
anything wrong.
nothing.
No, I don't see anything wrong with it. Even though some of you all say out there I'm not fun, but I am fun, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, I am, ladies and gentlemen. And highly entertaining. Yes, I am, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I am, ladies and gentlemen. And that does not lie. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, go back and look at some of my show, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see how entertaining I can be, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, getting back to the match. Getting back to the match. Great show. The match was fine. Great chemistry, great nuance in the match. And I like when she gave it a pounce. Ladies and gentlemen, Rio almost went into section 5.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
That pounce
She
was.
just went
Yeah,
flying
yeah,
across that ring. Holy cow.
when, when she goes into that pounce mode, ladies and gentlemen, she pounces you. You better. I hope you have flying insurance. I hope you have dental insurance, and I hope you have medical insurance because you're going to be. Ooh, you're going to have a trip to the universe, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, poor Rio. She didn't know what was coming, ladies and gentlemen. And that, oh boy. But I'll tell you so. What did you make of the match itself?
I mean, I thought the match was fine. It was just funny. I mean, to think of somebody of Riho's stature actually being able to manhandle somebody of Willow Nightingale's stature. Like, it's just is weird to me. It just they weren't proportionate to each other. So that threw me off a little bit because there were several times where Riho would make a move or do a move, and I think it was very early on in the match where Riho, I think she did a drop kick or something to Willow, and she like had to pretend to stumble back into the corner, into one of the corners of the ring, and I'm like, that did not look anywhere near believable, like
Right,
at all.
right, right.
Um, I mean, I think they're both great in their own right, but like you said, would I want to see this match again? No. It was all right. It got us,
Huh.
we reached the destination. We got the number one contender for the TBS title. So that was the point of the match, which we got there. So
Yep. And I will agree with Sarah's assessment wholeheartedly. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, I don't want to see the match again. That was fine.
no,
No.
no.
But you
But
could
I did
if
think
you
it was very telling that Chris Statlander, though, didn't come out to help Willow at the end when Julia Hart and Sky Blue came out. It was Mercedes that came out to scare off those two. So I thought it was pretty interesting that Statlander didn't come out. So I'm wondering if again we're going to get a heel turn from her.
that's a good question. That's a great question. Why didn't you come out and help your friend? Ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
They have a saying, ladies and gentlemen, a friend in need is a friend indeed. But
I mean, and she
she
walked out with onto the stage with her in the beginning of the match when Willow came out. She walked out onto the stage. So
not
where were you?
I have a feeling Stokely Hathaway had something to do with it.
I was just going to
Um,
say there. I think they're going to pin it on Stokely, or they're going to say that she got jumped in backstage, or something. Something
right.
happened, perhaps. But yeah.
So, like Sarah said, Mercedes Monet came out and she cleaned house, ladies and gentlemen. She put away Sky Blue. She put away Julia Hart with in rapid fashion. Then she looked at Willow Nightingale, and as she said in the beginning of the promo, she still has a score to settle with Nightingale, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens there. Could we have the TBS championship at the pay per view, and then Mercedes comes out and costs her the title, and then these two mix it up at Double or Nothing? Is that what we're looking at? Is that the road you want to travel on? Because I wouldn't have an issue with that. I don't know about anybody else, but I wouldn't have an issue with it. Um, so on an entertainment level, so what do you give this match?
I'm gonna dial this one back a little bit from 7. I'm gonna give this one a 5. Like I said, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't
Ooh.
absolutely terrible. It was kind of right. It was kind of right down the middle. It got us. It got us to the destination we needed, which was a number 1 contender for the TBS title. So
I'm gonna scale it back too, and we're gonna give this a 4. Ladies and gentlemen, this match gets a 4. It was all right for what it was. It was all right for what it was. I'm not going to say it was a classic. Can't say that.
nope.
Can't say it was a stellar match. No, it was like I said, it was okay. Like Sarah said, there was a point in the match where she stumbled in the corner. There was a little botchy watchy, glitchy witchy happened in the corner there. So that's the only reason we got to dial it back, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, our final match of Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. Samoa Joe took on Wardlow. The match was fine. The match was fine. The match was all right. Uh, Great chemistry, great no harm in the match. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I swerved Strickland and oh my gosh.
I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to see Swerve and Samoa Joe. It's going to be great.
This is gonna be picanti spicy, ladies and gentlemen, because Swerve Strickland last night he was not playing around.
No, he was mad.
He was not playing around with Mr. Joe at all. And I don't blame him at all.
Nope, not a bit.
So, um, so we we got to the match, ladies and gentlemen, and Samoa.
Oh, are you there, Earl? I can't hear you. Hello, Earl? Oh, I think Earl's having some technical issues, guys. So we're going to wait a little bit for him to come back and we'll finish our discussion. So, oh, are you there,
Uh,
Earl?
what happened to my screen? What happened
I
to
don't
my
know.
screen?
You're frozen. I could hear you for a little bit and then you've been frozen and then all of a sudden I couldn't hear you at all anymore. So I was like, okay, Earl's having technical issues. We're just going to wait a little. We're going to wait for him to come back.
Oh,
Yeah, but for me, I'm seeing you're frozen. Your screen's frozen, but I can at least hear you now.
okay.
That's
Let's,
interesting.
let's,
Oh, there you go. Now you're back. Oh, good grief. Now we got 2 Earls. Oh, this is funny. Oh, there we go.
oh, okay.
Bye, Earl number 1. TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Okay. that was that was
It
so
was,
much.
it was kind of trippy. I was like, oh, he's still talking, but his picture's still. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll work with it.
Oh, no. Anyway, 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 ladies and gentlemen, that was straight.
It was
Oh,
real weird.
wait, hold on one sec. Hold on one second. So, I'm gonna. Uh,
See, now it's just a black screen now for me.
oh my goodness.
The first one, like the first one that you're trying to bring back on, it's just a black screen now.
Oh goodness.
That's crazy.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen.
All kinds of fun on a Thursday.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh,
If it's not one thing, it's another.
exactly. Um, so, apparently, ladies and gentlemen, we're having some audio technical issues. So what I'm gonna do is pop on and pop back in.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on one second.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Mm-mm.
That's crazy because now the first you is gone.
Okay, well, now it works, ladies and gentlemen. Now it works. Before it wouldn't work, but now it works. You know what this is, ladies and gentlemen? You know what this is? I'll tell you what this is, ladies and gentlemen. I start talking about a particular topic. It's either about a faction or the head of the boss of a wrestling organization, and they put a woolly on me. They put a woolly on me because they want me to make sure I talk in a positive tone, not in a negative tone. And if they feel it's negative in nature, voodoo is put on the screen. Anyway, ladies and
We're gonna hex you.
gentlemen. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that. Glitchy, witchy, botchy, watchy, ladies and gentlemen. This show has survived everything for the last 3 years, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget this May, ladies and gentlemen, the wrestling experience turns 3 years old. And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, we survived everything, ladies and gentlemen. Laughter, crying, good technical issues, ladies and gentlemen. And this lovely lady's been through it all with me up and down the highway. And that is why she is a Hall of Famer, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't respect her, I'm gonna snap tap and nap you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, ladies and
Get out of
gentlemen.
here.
Exactly. So we were in the middle of the discussion about Samoa Joe. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the match was fine. The match was doing well, ladies and gentlemen. The match was fine. I had no issues with the match whatsoever. Sarah, what did you make of the match itself?
So Wardlow put on a much better performance than I thought he would. Than I had expected. I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler or anything like that. It's just his performance was better than I thought it was going to be. Um, but it's like you had him do this emphatic promo. Was it last week or the week before? Um, and where it's like you're getting all this, building momentum with him, and you're gonna have him lose. Like, what are you doing with him? What are you doing? Unless it's fitting into the storyline with Um, Undisputed Kingdom, I have a feeling they're probably going to end up kicking Wardlow out because he couldn't get the job done against Samoa Joe. That's what I think. So something's going to
I
happen next week on Dynamite in regards to that.
I'm going to agree with your assessment. Yeah, I think something's going to happen here. But I'll tell you this much, Sarah. Strickland wants a piece of Samoa Joe. He wants that title so bad he can taste it, and he wants it in a worse way,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he wants it in a bad way. So,
Yes,
so he came down last night. He was pissed.
oh,
He
man.
was piss and vinegar, ladies and gentlemen. He wa-
Full piss and vinegar, for sure. He was very angry.
yeah, he wanted a piece. He wanted a piece of Joe. And Joe says, I'm gonna make you fall asleep. I'm gonna choke you out and make you fall asleep. That's what Joe said. And ladies and gentlemen, they're gonna get it on at that pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what's gonna happen in that match, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll tell you this much: this match gonna be volatile, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna
And
be
the way
physical.
Samoa Joe kicked the security guard and he just
Yeah,
like
they're like
half
like a dead.
rolled off.
Yeah, he kicked him like it was a dead
Oh,
roach.
it was so funny. I was like,
And then,
gosh,
and I had mentioned the dead roach, and then some brought up Roachamania, ladies and gentlemen.
Roachamania.
If you all don't know that little ditty, ladies and gentlemen, that happened with me and Sarah on a recent Raw watch, ladies and gentlemen. And it did trend worldwide the other day. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it did. The man who did that, ladies and gentlemen, he thought it was the most entertaining thing he ever seen, especially when Sarah did the Hulk Hogan impersonation. It was absolutely one of the most funniest things on the Raw watch. I thought Omos was something, but that ladies and took the cake. Anyway,
Hey, I'm better than Omas. Sweet.
no, that took the cake, ladies and gentlemen, because when I look back on the show, ladies and gentlemen, I laughed so hard, ladies, I needed the pens. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, anyway, ladies and
Good Lord.
gentlemen, we all need an adult diaper. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
One of the pads underneath you and we're under the bed.
Roll your boat gently down the stream.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
Oh, good grief.
Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you miss a day, you miss a lot here at the
It's
wrestling
true.
experience.
It's definitely true.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, ladies and gentlemen. If you go back to the archives and watch what we're talking about, because it is funny. It is funny, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I think it was
Um,
a Raw watch along I did before Denise and Cherry joined us. So this would have
yes,
been
it
like
is.
last year. Oh
Yeah,
man, it was so funny though that whole episode. Yeah, it was when because Sean C made the comment of Roachamania. It was when Trish Stratus was running away like a roach,
yeah.
scattering away like a roach. So
And
it was
yes.
a while ago because Trish Stratus was still on TV. So
Not exactly. What happened was, ladies and gentlemen, in the match, Trish Stratus was on the. She kept interfering in the match, ladies and gentlemen. And Becky Lynch had enough of Trish Stratus, ladies and gentlemen. She had enough of Trish Stratus, ladies and gentlemen. She had enough of Trish Stratus. And what she did was that she used, ladies and gentlemen, the kendo stick to get her off the top rope, ladies and gentlemen. And I said to Sarah, I said, "Oh, look at this stuff. She's beating her one. She's beating her with the kettle thing. Like, get rid of that dead. I said, get rid of that dead roach." And Sarah lost
Right?
it. Like, Sarah lost it. And then Sean C
I have
comes.
somebody knocking on my door. I'll be right back.
Okay, sir. Um, So what happened is that, ladies and gentlemen, what happened is that Sean C comes on and he says, and he goes, Rocha So it was so Sean C was an inventor of the Roachamania, ladies and gentlemen, if you all want to know. He was the one in the comments that said Roachamania, and we all were. It was. I tell you this much, that it was entertaining as heck. It was entertaining as heck. And go back and watch the Raw watch along. Go back and watch the archives. It was absolutely one of the most funniest things we've ever done on the Raw watch along. It was funny. Sarah was absolutely she was delightful that night to go through that episode.
It was definitely funny. We had a lot of
The
fun with that episode.
the the
The,
the the,
the
the,
episode
the
was
show
terrible,
was
but we entertained ourselves.
right. The show wasn't entertaining at all, but the entertainment level that we provided was entertaining, and it did trend worldwide. Nice of it. Um, which is why the Raw Watch Long is so successful, ladies and gentlemen. Um,
That's correct.
so because the numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen, it just don't.
That's
No.
true.
So on an entertainment level, so what do you give the Samoa Joe match?
Um, I'm gonna go back to my standard. I'm gonna give it a 7. Like I said, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't terrible. If anything, it's for that wicked kicks, which gave that security guard guy. but yeah, I mean, Samoa Joe did fantastic as always. Wardlow, even though he was better than I had expected him to be, still wasn't great. So
Right. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dynamite. That was AEW Dynamite. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this wrestling news, ladies and gentlemen, that I have for you tonight. Speaking in his gigantic pop podcast, Matt Morgan claimed that The Rock stated that Rhodes would never have another opportunity to fight for the undisputed WWE Championship again and gave away the result of the WrestleMania match. The former superstar believes that the American Nightmare will end Roman Reigns' historic title reign at the Show of Shows. They gave it away. They gave it away. Not that they didn't mean to give it away, but they did. Leslie Matt Moore believes that the WWE gave away the results of the Roman versus Cody match at WrestleMania 40. On SmackDown, the American Nightmare and Seth Rollins confronted The Rock and Reigns at the end of SmackDown last night. During this segment, the Brahma Bull informed Rhodes that he would do anything that he could to prevent him from dethroning his cousin. Meanwhile, he claims that the second generation superstar failed and to end his story at WrestleMania 40. He would never have another opportunity at the title again. So let me ask you a question. Last week on SmackDown, we had that promo. Did you think the WWE gave away the ending in the promo?
I don't know if they necessarily gave the ending away. Um, they could always throw us a swerve and be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna make people think we're giving the results of their match away," when in reality we're not giving the results of the match away, and we're gonna do something. We're gonna just do the same crap we always do with Roman Reigns matches, and it's gonna be the same lazy booking that they've done for years now. So
Right. So I'm going to agree with your assessment. I'm going to agree. I don't think that they gave it away. I don't think that. I don't think. I look back at the promo. I don't think they gave it away. I think The Rock told Cody under no circumstances, if you can't defeat his cousin, then you're not getting another title shot, which I agree with. Because here's the thing: we can't keep having the same match on every WrestleMania. Can't have that in every WrestleMania. This is it for Rhodes.
Well, it
If he
wasn't
can't,
even at WrestleMania. Was he's not getting another chance at this title? Period. Whether it's SummerSlam or Money in the Bank, it doesn't matter.
right?
He's done.
It's
So I
all,
can see why people would think you're giving away the ending of
right.
the match because it's like, well, if Cody doesn't do it now, he doesn't get a chance again, and he's been preaching for months and months now about his finishing his dad's story and all of that. So I mean, we'll wait and see. But like I said, I am not holding out hope because they're just going to do the same crap they've done with every Roman match since he's had the title.
Right, and I always put a disclaimer on the match like summit. I always, it's like Mac always says that every time I do a Roman match, I'm always spot on with my accuracy because I know the booking. I know the booking already. So it's not nothing new you're getting here. You're getting the same kind of whack booking that we got for 3 years now. It's the same whack booking. And then he'll come back on SmackDown and he'll sit there and he'll say, you didn't smash nobody.
Oh, I
You not,
smashed him. I smashed him. No,
no,
your
no, you didn't.
cousin and your cousin smashed them. That's who
Right.
smashed them.
And you know darn well The Rock's going to interfere in this match. You know darn well he's going to stick his nose. You know he's going to stick his nose in the match. You know he's going to do that. Also, Solo's going to stick his nose in the match. Jimmy's going to stick his nose in the match. Everybody in their mom going to stick their nose in this match. And that's the way the booking goes. They interfere, Roman spears him, and it pins and he walks away still champion. That's the way it goes.
I can see it going one of two ways. Either because I can't foresee that Rollins and Rhodes are going to win their tag match because guess what? Roman ain't losing 2 nights in a row. He's not going to lose their tag match on night one, and he's not going to lose against Cody on night two. So I can totally see them losing the tag match, Rollins and Rhodes losing the tag match on night one, and then you get the same whack booking, the same lazy booking that we've gotten for the last 3-4 years now. So that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with the assessment because, like Sarah brilliantly said, he's not gonna agree. Roman's not gonna agree to lose a match twice in one night in 2 nights. No, absolutely not. If you dream that, if you think that, then okay, well, there's something I can do for you at that point because that's your thought process. I'm not traveling on it. But you're going to be setting yourself up for failure if he doesn't deliver the goods in the match and he loses the match. Then what do you do then? Then what do you do then? Because if they lose that tag match, ladies and gentlemen, it's bloodline rules, which means that anything goes in the match. Anything goes in the match. That means Rock will stick his nose in the match. He'll pull the referee out when Rhodes almost have the title. Referee goes gets wiped out by the Rock, and then here comes Solo. Here comes everybody in the match. They're not supposed to be in the match. They throw the referee back in. He gets the pin and nothing in his repertoire. All he's gonna do is give him the spear, and that's it. And then he comes back on SmackDown and he smashes the part. You didn't smash anybody, ladies and gentlemen. You're not fooling anybody with that booking. Nobody in the world is going to sit there and say to yourself, okay, yeah, he was right. He did it on his. No, he didn't. No, no, no. You didn't smack anybody. You have the same whack repertoire booking that we've seen over and over again.
The only thing I can see maybe happening is if they Rollins and Rhodes lose on night one, they go into Rhodes and Roman go have their match on night two where it's bloodline rules, so they can run amok. I could see Seth Rollins maybe coming down to help out Cody. I could see Jey Uso coming down to help out Cody. I could see, some of these other allies that Cody has made over the last, year come down to help him take out the bloodline. That is the only way I could see Cody winning. The only way if they end up going with bloodline rules, because there is no way that Roman, I'm honestly shocked that Roman is even wrestling for 2 nights. Now, I've had people say, "Oh, what? Roman doesn't like money? Of course he's going to wrestle two nights on both nights of WrestleMania. He wants to get paid." Guess what? They don't get paid like they used to for doing WrestleMania. You don't get paid extra for doing a pay-per-view. That's built into your contract. So
Right.
that
I
theory
mean,
is garbage. That doesn't make, that theory doesn't hold water. So
right.
that's the only way I could see them seeing Cody Rhodes winning. Otherwise, they're just going to do the same crap they've done for years. I'm keeping my
Yeah.
expectations very low for that match. My expectations
Yeah.
are very
Yeah,
low.
I'm going to be the same way. I'm going to be the same way because here's the thing, right? That like Sarah just brilliantly said. Some of you fans are like, well, of course, but the argument doesn't hold a candle.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't. Um, and like I said before, I'm thinking you're setting yourself up for a big possibility of a failure here
Big
because
disappointment.
very disappointment. You're setting yourself up for what could possibly because let me tell you something here. Let me just say something here. There are some factors here that you need to understand. First of all, can you trust Seth Rollins? Really? Can you trust Seth Rollins in the match? That's A. B. I don't trust The Rock even if he has a crust of bread. I don't trust him at all. You know he's gonna align with his family. And you know darn well that they are going to make sure that they win this tag match by any and what I mean by anything necessary, I mean by anything necessary. We can get a lot of shenanigans in this match.
We probably are going to get a lot of shenanigans in the
Yes,
match.
yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm
Roughly
keeping my
probably.
expectations low. It's going to be I'm already putting it in my head. It's going to be the same crap.
Yeah, I mean, this could culminate into one of the biggest disasters for Cody Rhodes to date on WrestleMania. Because if you lose the tag match, you're going to lose the title match. Guaranteed. Because once it's bloodline rules, forget it. Forget it, Cody. You can kiss your WrestleMania dream tonight. Because there's just no way. There is no way you could overcome all of that.
No, like I said, the only way is if maybe they throw I got some kind of swerve where The Rock was really playing Roman and he is there to help out Cody. Um, or like I said, or Cody's got a bunch of these allies that he's made since last WrestleMania come down to help him. That's the only way I can think of that it might go in Cody's favor, but I'm not holding my breath.
No. And again, like I said before, I'll say it again, ladies and gentlemen. Um, we- there's a lot of factors in this match. There's a lot of factors.
So
There's a lot
You
of
said the Rock's getting involved. You know that Solo and Jimmy are going to get involved for sure. They always get involved.
right.
Paul
And
Heyman's going to be down there causing distractions and crap. Like, give me a break.
Yeah, and you know the booking is whack. We all know the booking is whack. The booking is whack. That booking that they do is whack. It's whack. And let me tell you another thing too with Roman Reigns. He got nothing in his repertoire. All the man does, right, Stubby, is give you a super fan punch, a spear, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's all you got in the repertoire. That's all you got. That's it. And then you come on,
Boring.
yeah, and then you come on SmackDown and you tell you didn't smash me. What are you talking about?
I
The
smashed them.
yeah,
No, everybody around you smashed the person.
right,
You didn't do
right,
any of the smashing. You just did the pinning.
right. And that to me is not a champion, Lisa. That's whack.
That's why I
That's
think
whack.
part-time people should not hold championships. Period.
No,
I don't care if you're
no.
Logan Paul. I don't care if you're Rey Mysterio. I don't care if you're Roman Reigns. I don't care. If you are part-time, you should not be a title holder. Point blank. Period.
Mm, right, exactly.
You are taking opportunities away from people that are there full-time, that are busting their butts, that are putting the hard work and dedication in. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not okay. So if Roman wants to be part time, that's fine. Let him be part time. But it's not fair. You're holding up everybody else because you're being selfish.
I agree. I agree with the assessment. This is going to be very interesting. But like Sarah said, I have very, 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 very low expectations about this tag match.
Well,
I
I'm just
don't want to.
like,
I don't want to. Ladies, I don't want to. But unfortunately, I have to.
if history is any indication, history has repeated itself over and over and over again with Roman's matches. Over and over again. Consistently. Consistently. Even when they think they're being sneaky and throwing you a curveball. No, you're not. It's the same crap you guys have always done with him. Always.
And I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you this, like Sarah said brilliantly. My expectations is low for this match. This match is,
Oh, yes.
oh yeah, and I'm very low on the championship match too. Very low, ladies and gentlemen. I know that Philadelphia audience is going to be rip roaring
Oh, can you
once.
imagine if Cody, if and or when Cody loses, there will be riots there. People are going to riot.
Well, they can ride all they want because I'm going to head out the back door. That's exactly what yours truly going to do. ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be sticking around for that crap. Nope.
Uh,
Oh,
I'm
this is a fire escape, or this is a staff only door. Well, guess what? I guess I work here now. So bye. I'm
right.
not, I'm not sticking around to watch to deal with this nonsense.
No, no, no,
Bye.
no, ladies and gentlemen, no. No, I am going to. What I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to sneak out the back door, ladies and gentlemen, because once that 3 count is ministered, and they said Roman Reigns retains, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to slip right out that back door, ladies and gentlemen, and leave expeditiously and very quickly. You all can rip up that stadium all you want and chase Triple H down the street in his private car. You all do that, and I'm going to go back to the hotel and mind my business. And that will be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. And then I'll come back next. I'll
Security
come back.
around.
What was that, sir?
I said they better have extra security around.
Yeah,
Extra cops.
exactly. Yes, I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. That night at the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen, when Roman Reigns won that Rumble, he wasn't supposed to. Oh, jeez, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, geez, that Philadelphia crowd. Ooh, they.
What was that again?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember the year that was that Royal Rumble. Oh my gosh. Wow. 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 That crowd was hostile. Oh my God. And they didn't want to hear crap from nobody. Oh my goodness. Whoa. 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 I was like,
Sorry,
okay.
not everybody is high on Roman.
Right. No. And I heard things on Twitter. People were they were very angry. They did
Oh, I
not like
bet.
that.
I bet they were.
They were pissed.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, so, ladies and gentlemen, let me go to this next and final story for you tonight. Um, Matt Hardy's current deal with AEW is set to expire. Originally, Jeff Hardy's deal was set to match up with Matt's as far as the length, but injuries and inactivity led to time being added to the on his deal per Fightful Select. So it looks like the Hardy Boys won't be around AEW much longer.
When is their
Ladies
contract due to expire?
they said sometime this month. That's when the
Well,
contract is.
I think maybe if they move to maybe part time in the ring, especially with Jeff having this, this really bad concussion from his match with Sammy Guevara not that long ago. Um, I mean, Jeff Hardy may not even be able to return to the ring depending on how bad his concussion is. Um, but I do think if they're still, and I'm sure they are, very passionate about the wrestling business, I think they'd be great as like coaches or taking on like a backstage role of some type, maybe a manager, something like that, if they still want to be involved.
Right,
I mean, they're not getting any younger. Matt Hardy's 50,
right.
and imagine all the wear and tear they both of them have done on their bodies over the years. With all those TLC matches they did with the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian, and Jeff Hardy's all of his high flying moves that he does. They're not getting any younger.
No, and the thing is that it has taken a toll on them, ladies and gentlemen. If you see them both in person, ladies and gentlemen, they could barely walk, ladies and gentlemen.
Especially Matt Hardy.
Especially Matt. It's
It looks like
barely
he's
could
like
walk.
in pain.
Yeah, he looks like he is just had it. He looks like he just had it.
Still having the wherewithal to get in the ring, but while you might be able to do it here and here, the rest of your body may not be that capable.
Willing.
So
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to agree with that assessment. I'm going to agree with the assessment. Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I don't know if they want to remain in AEW or they want to go to WWE, back to WWE. It's going to be something to watch for sure. To see exactly when or if they want to return to the fold. Um, so, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, what I'm going to do what I like to do here is ask everyone that's in the chat if you have a question for me and Sarah before we say goodnight. Ask us a question. Ask us a question in our Q&A, ladies and gentlemen, and we would love to answer your questions. If you have a question that's in the chat, then please, please, please ask away. Ask Sarah a question. Ask me a question. Ask any of us a question. Here in the Wrestling Experience, we may just ask you, we just may answer your question if you have a comment. Ladies and gentlemen.
oh,
Uh,
Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble in 2015, so it wasn't that long ago.
oh, okay.
So it was 2015
So,
that happened.
all right. All right. So if you have a question, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question, let us know in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Ladies and gentlemen, just a programming note. Programming note. Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the we got SmackDown tomorrow night. So we got Friday night SmackDown tomorrow night. They showing. And it will be me and Mitch. The Mitch is back. Listen, Mitch. Mitch.
You're gonna have to sing that for it. You're gonna have to do that for him tomorrow night. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm quite sure he would like it. Um, how Wheezy. Booker T revealed on his Hall that he and CM Punk nearly got into it during oh oh
Oh, I never heard about that.
how easy, I never heard of that. That's interesting that you would bring that up. I didn't hear that. I did
I'd
not
want to
hear
know what
that.
the circumstances are surrounding it. Like, what would have made them get into an altercation? What was that bad that would have
Right.
made them get, you know, almost get into an altercation? I didn't hear anything about that at all.
No, I
That's
haven't heard
interesting, though.
any. That's very interesting. How easy. Thank you so much for your comment. Yeah, so Mitch and I will bring you Friday Night SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, and then me and Sarah have our bags packed, ladies and gentlemen, because Sarah, we're heading to Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. We're gonna be up there for Collision. Ladies and gentlemen, the capital of Canada, Ottawa, will host Collision this Saturday night. We're going to be on the air. We're going to be on the air at 7:50 Eastern Time for that little nuance. Ladies and gentlemen. Along with tomorrow night, we're going to be on the air at 7:50 with me and Mitch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the last time me and Mitch did Friday Night SmackDown, The Rock came into the ring and we were shocked. I was shocked.
That's where
They,
that's where Mitch got the
yeah,
from.
yeah.
It was
Right.
a still that Mitch got from that. Oh,
Um,
so funny.
it was a shocking moment, ladies and gentlemen, and they turned the main event upside down. Ladies and gentlemen, when The Rock came on the stage, ladies and gentlemen. So what's gonna happen tomorrow night when me and Mitch come together? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you got to go tune in and find out about that little ditty. Ladies and gentlemen, and see what kind of road we got because the road to WrestleMania continues, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, Saturday night, me and Sarah will bring you Collision. Then again, Sarah will be with me again on Monday night because we're going to be doing Raw. Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to do that little telecast, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the start time is 7:50 Eastern Daylight Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely ladies of Raw will have night number one of WrestleMania. They have night number two. And, ladies and gentlemen, they will do Monday Night Raw. And, ladies and gentlemen, I just have an announcement to make. I spoke to Mitch behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, and Nick. Nick will be on Monday Night Raw. He's going to be with the ladies of Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, Nick will do Monday Night Raw. Ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, Nick will do night number one of WrestleMania with the ladies. And then he's got the roundup. He's got the roundup. Let's just make the Giants down and dirty with the man. Let's just Matt the Giants and will do night number two of WrestleMania. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that is a full slate of wrestling action. It's going to be crazy, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of March, we're going to do the annual WrestleMania prediction show for the wrestling experience. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm putting a panel together, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing that predictions for night number one and night number two. Ladies and gentlemen, like Sarah and I said, ladies and like Sarah said brilliantly, my expectations are low for this tag team match, ladies and gentlemen, as well as is the championship match with Roman and Cody. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have any questions for me and Sarah, that is going to do it for us here at the Wrestling Experience. But again, again, Sarah. You are absolutely a delight with a capital D.
Thank you,
You,
Earl, for having me.
you're welcome. And it's always great to have you as a co-pilot, ladies and gentlemen. And it's always great to have fun with you here. Me and Sarah, ladies and gentlemen, will return to ringside on Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. But I will be back. I will be back just 24 hours and out with Mitch. The Mitch is back, ladies and gentlemen, on Friday Night SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, just 24 hours and out. Ladies and gentlemen. So we want to thank you again. We want to thank you again for joining us here on Planet Experience. It's been a pleasure entertaining you, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure dealing with you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much in the chat. Thank you all so much for your time and energy. Have a great rest of your Thursday. And so, like I said, I'll see you on Saturday night. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you tomorrow night for Friday Night SmackDown for Hall of Fame Sarah. I'm on ladies and gentlemen, saying buenas noches, Nueva New York.
Now with the hottest show in the universe, The Wrestling Experience, with your host, Earl Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, The Wrestling Experience. Now with your host, Earl Cole.